the medical stuff.
Bless you.
Hi and welcome to the Ruby Tuesday. My name is Ruben and this is
Kate.
And today we are reviewing The Expanse Season 4, thanks to Amazon, who's given us the screeners to review it. So, thanks Amazon. When last we left off the Belters, the Earthers, the Martians, it was a fairly contained story. If you'd been following the Expanse storyline, it was contained, but they also didn't answer the biggest question of all: what is the Promethean? Protomolecule. What is the Prometheus? Yeah, that's a different.
Totally different.
What is the protomolecule? And it doesn't answer that in season 4.
Not really. It gives you a bit more information, though. Probably the most information we've ever had.
Yes. So you do get to find out a lot more things. And the world has become a universe.
Yay!
Yeah.
I mean, it always was, but now it's an accessible universe.
Yeah. So the first 3 seasons, we were a bit late to the show to watch these 3. In fact, we've been binging a whole bunch. We stopped from season 2.5, and the last few days we've caught up. We watched the rest of season 2, watched season 3. When thank goodness we don't have to wait.
Yeah.
Because there was a big wait. In fact, you didn't even know if we were getting season 4 because it was cancelled for a while. And thanks to Amazon, it's been picked up. So there's 10 episodes. They're all 45 minutes long, about, some of 48. And what do you think? Does it work?
I think so.
Why does it work?
Well, because it's such an interesting story. You know, the protomolecule, it just opens a whole sort of Pandora's box of like, what is it? Who created it? What, you know, like, is it sentient? What does it do? You know, all of these questions. And you just want answers. You want to know what's going on.
Yeah. So if you've seen the trailer, when last we left off the crew, there was this big protomolecule ring. And they needed to know what that was. And if you've seen the trailer, you know that it's a gateway. And there are...
Yeah, that happened at the end of season 3.
Yeah, so there's 1,300 gateways. You saw them all pop up. And basically the entire premise of this is who gets to control the gateway. Because now that means resources beyond anything. The Martians don't know what to do with themselves because they've just been a mining colony. They're terraforming Mars all the time. They are terraformers to the core. They're hardened veteran warriors. But now they kind of don't have a need to do that anymore because there's all these other worlds where
you don't need to terraform. You can just go live there straight away.
On another one. You have Earth, who is still doing the politics because that's what they do. And they're trying to control everybody from not going inside the ring because they think that it's too dangerous because we don't understand the protomolecule and what that has. And that's where the story steps in. So we've got our crew again aboard the...
Rocinante.
Thank you. The Rocinante. Which is where the story focuses most of the time. Thankfully, there's a central gravity to the story because if you didn't have that central kind of core where you can follow with your storyline, because the world is so big now, the universe is so big now, literally for them, it would be hard to follow.
Yeah.
So now you're following the storyline of where he and his crew, I say he is
James Holden.
James Holden has been sent to after one particular group of Belters and Earthers that have gone to a single planet. They weren't allowed to go there, and the majority of the storyline centers on that because they're worried that the protomolecule is up to no good again. That is the central core premise of these 10 episodes.
I'm free right now.
Well, I enjoyed it. And it kept me engaged. It kept me entertained. It kept me questioning. And there were definitely moments that were very emotional and quite intense, edge of your seat. They were really, really good at making sure that by the end of every episode, you had to jump up and put the next episode on. Like, it's totally binge-worthy. I would highly recommend that you set aside a weekend and just watch the whole lot.
Yeah.
and enjoy.
It's one of the things the writers said about having the show originally on Sci-Fi, is that they were bound to what the Sci-Fi channel said they could do. They were bound to a certain amount of time, so that if they had an episode that was 45 minutes long, 48 minutes long, they had to cut it down to the 42-minute mark, which was really hard for them, because when they have a contained story, a story as a whole that they have to chop up, they don't want to chop up any more. And then there were adverts, and so this story was designed to watch continuously, not episode or week by week. And so you have a bingeable storyline, and that's exactly how it shines on Amazon, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Because the writers haven't had to cut down, and you're going to get to watch all 10 episodes at once, so it's not week by week. And the episodes are longer than some and shorter than some, because they've just put in what they wanted to show.
Yeah, which is really good. And I think we really struggled with this initially when we first started watching it, way back in season 1, because we recognized that it was really good and that the story was really interesting, but it was convoluted. It was threads from multiple almost different worlds, and it was really hard to watch an episode, then go away and then come back and watch another episode and go, hang on, what the hell? Like, who's that? What's this? I've forgotten what's happening. So the story, because of its complex nature, is so much better when you binge it.
Yeah, and I think that's another reason why season 4 works so well, is because they've established all the worlds. They've established the languages. Like, even the languages were hard to come to grips with. But it did remind me of series like Battlestar Galactica, where there's the space. The way they do space is so authentic. And then you have Firefly, where the language is different, and so you have the Belters language, which is very Jamaican almost.
Yeah.
In amongst with like English stuff, and you're listening to pick up things, and you do pick up things as the series go along. And then you have the way the Martians are just as a people, and the Earthers, and they feel like they're high and mighty always. And so you have these contrasts of I guess cultures, really all fighting for the same space. See what I did there?
I see what you did there.
And that really works in season 4 because they've had all of that before, so they've established it.
It's all well known now.
Yeah. Where this really shines, and I'll tip my hat, is the characters. There's a couple of characters that I think are just phenomenal, or have been phenomenal throughout the seasons. This one, if you've seen the credits or if you've seen the trailer, you'll know that there's a certain character that is back, and I'm not going to say too much about that, or how he's back, or why he's back, but damn, he's good. Detective Miller, who obviously wears this cap and sometimes doesn't, has the coolest storyline. I think if you followed his storyline from the beginning up until where he is now, what a great thing for an actor to play. How much fun that is. And you see him having fun. Thomas Jane is a fantastic actor. I've loved him in the different types of characters he portrays. He does, the Punisher. He does really kind of...
Oh, wow.
So he really is a chameleon as an actor. And I enjoy watching him on screen because he has presence. And talking about presence, then you have the lady who plays the president.
Christian Amasarala.
Yeah. She's had the biggest change in character.
Yeah, we weren't so sure about that.
Which is, for me, is the hardest thing, because she was one of my favorites, apart from her costume designer.
Oh my goodness, that's exceptional.
I mean, every single episode she wears multiple different costumes, and each costumes are stunning to look at. I'm not a costume designer, and I'm not like hey, check that out, that's so cool. But you notice what she's wearing. Yeah. Like, it's just every time she walks, you're like, whoa, check that out. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty much the same for season 4. But where she used to swear a little bit, the script writers have now decided, right, we're on Amazon.
Yeah, let's bring it on.
Our watershed is gone. It doesn't matter how many times we share, so F this and F you and F that.
Which has actually made her character less powerful.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
She was always 10 steps ahead. It felt like she was 10 steps ahead. And she was calculating and working things out. And when she was outdone, you still thought that she had a plan. This time, the position that she's been given, or that she's in, or what her character is doing, feels like she can't handle what's going on. And so they've made her character swear a lot more. Yeah. I don't have issues with people swearing.
I just have issues when it seems out of character in terms of like the the decorum that she always had, the poise that she had, the way that she could say very few words but totally dominate a room,
Yeah.
seems to have been lost a little bit.
I remember when she used to walk in on camera, into a room, whatever they were filming, and it felt like everything was centered on her.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't matter what the other characters are doing. The presence was focused on her. And I feel like we lost that a bit in this season.
Yeah.
She still has great screen presence, but because of the way they've created her character, I was a little bit disappointed. That would be my only disappointment of season 4.
And I mean, seriously, if that's our only disappointment, then you're doing something right.
And for all of those that be like holding in bated breath, are we going to get more? The way they finish season 4 without going into spoilers leaves the story open for many more seasons.
Yay!
So I'm pretty sure that's where it's headed.
So I really enjoyed the score. I thought it was absolutely beautiful, especially the theme music, which obviously they keep. The introduction is slightly different. And I thought the way that they filmed it was beautiful. I thought the authenticity of space made it really quite interesting as well as entertaining. So, you know, for example, like how they deal with 0G and what happens if you die in 0G but you're wearing mag boots.
Yeah, it's weird. Like you float strangely.
And the way tears, like, I mean, this is stuff that we know, but like tears don't fall. Tears just collect on your eyeballs, and yeah, it's really interesting to watch.
That's one of the things the writers keep going on about, is how authentic they wanted to be within space. Obviously, they're writers, but the best science fiction faction. Oh, faction! I like that. The best kind of fact, they wanted to make it like, if we were in space, if we had the ability to do that and travel to different stars and terraform, what would it actually be like?
Yeah.
And I really like the way when things break down, what do you do? How do you do that in space? How do you MacGyver a ship in space that has no engine? Or if you're untethered to a ship, what do you do? It's not like other films, even like the film Gravity. It's not like that. I feel like they've really gone for, you need to, you know, you're in space. What do you do? Obviously, they've got technology that is very cool as well.
Yeah, little medical armband things to like just make me all better.
It is amazing what they can do with that. It's a good get out clause for a writer.
Yeah, totally.
Because they're like, we've killed this character, or the character's about to die. They've been shot 12 times. Put them in the thingy with their armband. That's fine. We'll just regrow a heart. I mean, that doesn't happen.
No,
and like I said, they
that's
do keep it
not
real.
A spoiler, don't worry.
But that medical thing is very cool.
Yeah, very cool. So clear your schedule, binge this one. It's totally worth it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this an A.
Yep, A.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm looking forward to what they're gonna do in the future. If you want us to do a spoiler review, let us know in the comments below. We can talk about things, specific plot things that are interesting to talk about. But if you just want to look at it for yourself, then do that. Thanks so much for watching this review.
Yep.
And until next time, remember,
Live long and Tuesday.